Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report, brought to you today by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com and save 20% off and get free shipping with promo code Cowboys. Today, we've got the latest rumors and news around the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to begin with Leighton Vander Esch and where things are at with his neck injury. Is he good to go? I'm going to go ahead and give this one 3 stars. I believe Vander Esch when he says he's good to go, but this will always be at the back of my mind. It is a neck injury. I'm going to be a little bit concerned. Now, remember, he missed part of last year, a pretty good part of last year, with that neck issue, which was reportedly an issue leading up to the NFL draft, back when he was taken. That's kind of concerning for me. Now, he says he's good to go, that he's been training. I believe him when he says that, but neck injuries are always concerning. I'm not concerned about him, having the issue pop back up again, but if he gets hurt a second time or a third time, whatever number we're at here, that's worrisome for me. So right now, the Cowboys need Vander Esch out there. They have Sean Lee, they have Jalen Smith, but they want Vander Esch maybe as that signal caller, as the middle linebacker with a position change this offseason. That's important for the Cowboys. So they need Vander Esch out there. Now the reality is, he took a step back last year, partially because of that neck injury. He simply wasn't the same caliber of player. Before we get to that, though, here's what he had to say on the Jane Slater Bobby Belt podcast. I'm doing wonderful. I feel as good now as I ever have before I even got hurt. I'm ready to roll. I've been training full go for a couple months now, so it's not holding me back whatsoever. I'm just excited to play football at this point and get back on the field. Whenever they give us the green light to go, we'll be ready. Now, on one hand, I'm glad that he's been training full go. That is a good sign to me. On the other hand, there has never once been a player coming off of injury who says, yeah, I'm not quite right yet. It's always, I'm good to go, which is fine. That's how players talk. But I need 2018 LVE. He regressed in run defense. He missed more tackles relative to the number of snaps he played. His coverage was not as good. He wasn't the same player, and I think in part, or at least not entirely because of that neck injury. So with Vander Esch saying he's good to go, what is your confidence level in him? Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you got no confidence. They should have taken Kenneth Murray in round 1, which was the correct call to not do so. 10 being you feel totally good to go, all things go. I will make this the pinned comment on the video, so scroll down there if you get hit with the YouTube ad break here. Cast your votes, scale of 1 to 10, your confidence level with LVE. Let's look now to free agency, some players the Cowboys could pursue. What about Reshad Jones, floated out there by Blogging the Boys? I'll give it 2 stars. I'm open to it. There are a lot of safeties, frankly, that I have some interest in adding. Jones is one of them. Eric Reed, another one that comes to mind for me. The Dolphins cut Jones before the NFL draft. Many of you in the past asked, what about trading for Reshad Jones? Every time it got brought up, my answer was, guys, no. A, he hasn't been prime Reshad Jones for about 2 years now, maybe even a little bit longer than that, really almost since he got paid. He's not the same guy. That's the reality. And B, the Dolphins were never going to trade him because he was too expensive. Now he's a free agent. He's going to be a lot cheaper. You could pursue Reshad Jones, who I think would be best as a box safety, or Eric Berry, or Eric Reed, who all fit in that same type of box safety, strong safety mold. The Cowboys right now don't really have that type of safety. Xavier Woods, Clinton Dix, yes, they've played some in the box. They're best in the free safety mold. So if you're going to use more split safety coverages, i.e. 2 guys back deep, be it in cover 4 or in cover 2, Woods and Clinton Dix fit that. I would like the idea of adding a box safety because I also would like to have someone who can play linebacker in a pinch. That's not Woods or Clinton Dix or Wilson or Thompson. Reshad Jones, though, could play that role. I think it's a pretty good idea for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I put a lot of fun stuff on Twitter. You guys have followed me, at least you haven't unfollowed me. You seem to agree with me. I'm trying to get to 8,500 Twitter followers by the end of the month because Mitchell Renz is kicking my butt on that side of it, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So if you want more Cowboys coverage, and my DMs are open, by the way, if you have questions, hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowning. Over now to Jadeveon Clowney, who I'd love to bring on to the Cowboys. I'm on board with the idea, but I'm only going to give this 2 stars. I know Fansided was like, it's time for the Cowboys to do it. Many of you feel the same way, and I understand because I'm kind of on your side. I'd love to bring in Clowney. Bring him in on a one-year deal for 13, 14, 15, whatever the price tag ends up being like. You could cut Tyrone Crawford to help make up the difference in money. You can make that work on the salary cap pretty easily. The Cowboys, though, they haven't shown interest yet. And I think it's twofold. A, teams don't trust the medical with Clowney. I think that's what's going on here. Maybe a bit of an underreported aspect of it is he's coming off the sports hernia surgery, wasn't as good because of the injury in 2019. Teams are concerned, kind of like where Cam Newton's at on the quarterback side of it. Clowney wanted $20 million. Cowboys were never going to get involved at that figure. I think the number's down to more like $17 million. No one's met it yet. The Cowboys will not meet it. If it gets down to 14, 13, maybe. But it's not as simple as the Cowboys offering Clowney a contract because Clowney has to accept it. It's not that I don't think there's any interest whatsoever in Clowney, which I think might be the false narrative being propped out there. It's that no one has met what Clowney wants. So until Clowney lowers his asking price even further or a team ups their offer, it's not going to happen. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to be in that position to do so, even though I would like them to. I know you have Alden Smith, Randy Gregory. Who knows what they actually look like coming back from suspension. But you could cut Crawford. Boom. Just like that. So which defensive end, money is not equal here, of course, but which defensive end would you rather have on the Cowboys? Type T for Tyrone Crawford, J for Clowney. Let's say it's the $9 million figure for Crawford, and it's $15 for Clowney. I think I'm actually still going to type my J. Now, we're going to talk about LeBron James and the Cowboys. Yes, that will make sense here in a little bit. But The Last Dance has once again brought up the debate of LeBron versus MJ. What's not up for debate, though, is that Manscaped is the GOAT men's grooming tool. The Lawnmower 3.0, it doesn't cut you, makes yourself look a little bit better, and I'll be honest, bigger as well because perspective matters. You can get 20% off with promo code Cowboys. That also includes free shipping for just the Lawnmower 3.0 or the Perfect Package as well, which comes with the lawnmower and, of course, some ball toner, ball deodorant, and frankly, the most comfortable pair of underwear that I own right now. It's awesome. And if you don't take my word for it, that's okay. Ask my wife. She can confirm that Manscaped is absolutely the way to go. I'll put that link in the comments and the description. It's manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping with promo code Cowboys at manscaped.com. Go check that out, folks. Over now to LeBron, and this is just kind of more of a news item for you guys. He and Maverick Carter have claimed that the Jerry Jones offered him a deal back during the 2011 NBA lockout to come play for the Cowboys. I completely believe this. I am all aboard this being the idea. Remember, this was 2011. Stephen Jones had not yet really begun to overtake the personnel decisions within the Cowboys, and McClay wasn't anywhere nearly as involved. And if you don't think that Jerry Jones would have been all over the idea of poaching away the best NBA player, who, by the way, was a baller in high school at football, like Ohio's got some great high school football. He was all Ohio, basically all state. He could have played at Ohio State and Notre Dame, etc., as a receiver if he wanted to. Been like a Harold Carmichael out there, big guy who can run pretty fast. So yes, I do believe LeBron James's claim that the Cowboys offered him some type of deal. Probably wasn't an expensive deal, it was probably fairly cheap. But can you imagine Romo throwing up passes to LeBron James? That's fun, man. Now, of course, it didn't happen. It's never going to happen. It's too late for that. But that would have been pretty darn fun. Over now to a current player. How about Ezekiel Elliott winning MVP, or at least is he a dark horse? I am inclined to believe this one as well. I'll give it 3 stars. And I like the idea of Zeke having the caliber of year to put him in the MVP discussion. And I think that's part of the reason why dark horse makes sense, is that you're not picking favorites here. And in reality, with the way the NFL operates, the way the Cowboys offense is probably going to operate, if the Cowboys have a great year, Dak's going to get a lot of the credit, and I think that's probably fair. But the production should be there for Elliott, but it's a two-way street. You got to have the wins as well. There's a reason most of the MVPs are quarterbacks. That's just the way the NFL is going. Now, Zeke in 2018 versus 2019, well, he wasn't as good in 2019. Not to say he was bad, he wasn't, but he wasn't quite maybe the best back in the NFL. and you think he's still top 5 or top 6, top 7, whatever number you want to place on him. And if down year for Zeke is, 350 touches, almost 2,000 total yards, maybe it's 1,800, like that's pretty good, and 14 scores. You'll take that, even if he wasn't as good early on, but as things got going, as he got back into football shape and into the groove, he played pretty well. With no holdout, I think you'll see more of 2018 Zeke. Now, NFL.com's other dark horse MVP candidates, I kind of like the list. Josh Allen for the Bills, Baker Mayfield for the Browns, 2 good picks. Then there's Zeke, Derek Carr, okay. And then Alvin Kamara, who I guess kind of fits a similar mold, although I wonder if Michael Thomas and or Drew Brees might be a more likely option for that one. Over now to the offensive line, the guys paving the holes for Zeke Elliott. Is Connor McGovern going to start? I'll give this one 2 stars. Comes to us again from NFL.com. They threw out the idea of McGovern starting over Connor Williams when they went through their projected starters for the NFC East. And it is possible, especially because Connor Williams is banged up right now. He's coming off of an injury. He might not be full go for week 1. Now, if both players are healthy, because McGovern's also coming off an injury, he didn't play much at all, actually didn't play at all last season, but the Cowboys having a good grade on him, there will be a battle there. And if Williams misses time in camp, that provides an opportunity for McGovern to impress and steal the job away from Williams. Now, Will has not been nearly as bad as some of you like to think in the comment section. He's been average to above average, which in reality, if that's your worst offensive lineman, he's not your problem. That's the cold hard truth about it. But if McGovern can impress while Williams recovers, that sets him up pretty darn well for at least trying to steal that job. So it is possible, but injury playing a big role for both of those players. And at this point, I am worried about Williams' injuries in the past and kind of about McGovern's too. So pick a left guard. M for McGovern, W for Williams. I'm going to go with W, although I know the grass is often greener on the other side, so I won't be surprised if there are a bunch of M's in the comments section. Next up here, Chidobe Awuzie. Is he the best kept secret on the Cowboys? What? No, this is wrong. This doesn't make any sense to me, and I was going to give it the 1 star, but then I'm like, no, this is just inaccurate. The truth, like, how can you argue Awuzie is the best kept secret? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, he wasn't good. He wasn't good last year for Dallas. That's what happened. He was bad. He regressed in 2019. He did not play well. The Cowboys thought of moving him to safety. There are better fits for the best kept secret on the roster. And he got picked on last year. That's not best kept secret whatsoever. Like, he just was targeted a lot. And the spin was, oh, he's an up-and-coming corner. I don't even think he's the best fit for best kept secret at the quarterback spot. I think Jordan Lewis or even Anthony Brown might be a better fit because people know Awuzie. They know he wasn't good last year. If you want to call him bounce back breakout, I am all for that. Best kept secret? No. I think Jordan Lewis. I think Blake Jarwin. I think Tony Pollard. Other guys you can throw out in the comment section as well. All make a lot more sense for the Cowboys than Awuzie being the best kept secret. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.